Alrighty, folks, what is up? We are back. Welcome back. Pocket Legends League number 52. My name's Jay Dankist. We're here for some Top Cut action. What is it gonna be? Is it top 32? I think it's top 32 if I ain't mistaken. Should be 5 rounds for us today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 rounds. I can count right. I swear. We're waiting for the games to roll out, guys, and we'll get into a top 32 match. I don't know what I'm thinking even. I don't even know where to look. I don't even know where to begin. Top Cut Day 2 just now started. Let's take a look. Brackets are live. Brackets are live. Couple ideas. We could go like Vagras. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Vagras, or maybe, again, Strange Coyote. Strange Coyote running that Skeledirge or Choreo deck. In fact, let's maybe do that, because I didn't get a good recording of that yesterday, and I'd like to get one today. So let's hop into our boy here and see... Oh, no, wait. Is it already over? No. Okay. I'm tripping. Tripping out. Let's see if we can get Strange Coyote to maybe stream some games. That would be super awesome. Awesome. Just now starting, or I guess the round should be just now starting here in a moment. I think the judges probably going to take a second to roll it out, so we may be yapping for just a moment. In fact, while we're yapping for just a moment, let's head on over and take a look. So we've got, again, Pocket Legends League number 52. It's a $100 prize pool. Here's what we're rocking with today, folks. Scroll on down here. We'll take a look and see what the tournament structure is looking like. We had a 9-round Swiss round. Let me get my big head out of the way. 9 rounds in Swiss round yesterday. It was a long one. Players with 19 or more points, with a maximum of 32 players who were going to advance into top 32. I think we ended with 29, so I don't know. I think only 29 players advanced, since only 29 players ended up with 19 points. But we're going to go into Top Cut here. Top Cut's going to be single elimination. It's a best of 3. Again, should be starting here in just a momento. Take a look. Should be live, right? 4 p.m. Mountain Time. That's what we are today. It's 4:03. We're running just a couple minutes late. Figured things out. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I have a really bad habit of zoning out when I type. I can't type and talk. I'm not one of those people. I wish I was. Wish I could. Let's see, though, what's going on here. I think, again, we're kind of late on rolling out the rounds, potentially. It looks like. to make sure I didn't miss something. Did I miss something? Okay. We'll give Zego just a moment here. Again, maybe they are, or the judges are running late. Well, we'll get there eventually. Give me a minute. I think the players are waiting to play too. Well, we've got a couple people in Discord who are ready to stream games. Again, I'm trying to flag down somebody here. Okay, so again, no player has started yet, it looks like. The only ones that have advanced are people that have buys, so they didn't have to play against anybody. Give us a couple minutes here, guys. Sorry, I'm not sure who was supposed to start the tournament here, but can't get a hold of them. Well, a little bit of a slow start, but that's okay. We'll get our groove, I'm sure. Be just a moment here. Hold on one moment. I'm gonna check and see. It sounds like the round might be started, but I don't know if anybody's actually started. All right, we're going in. I don't know what happened there. I guess the round did start, but... I guess we're just starting a little late. Also, guys, make sure to please stream your games. We have basically nobody streaming right now. And that's not going to make for a good top cut with nobody streaming games. I don't have Discord perms, but... if you're part of the Discord, hop in there. Please start streaming your games. All right. I don't know where we're at. Again, this was just not the greatest of starts here. Alright, again, guys, sorry. Let me get some stuff organized here in the background, and we'll really lock in. This has been kind of a rough start so far. We do have gameplay on the screen at the very least. The best of 3. On deck list. Here we go. Oh, and we got gameplay on the screen. Boy, this is just, again, scuffed. Beyond scuffed. Alright, well, we're, I guess, live now. We're going now, folks. Give me a minute. As soon as the next game goes, we'll get it on the screen. Again, very sorry for that rough start there. Sounds like we're kind of light on judges. Shout out to Owen for... he's making this all happen from his phone off of a plane. So big shout out to Owen. If you guys are here on YouTube, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed up to the channel if you guys aren't yet subbed. If you guys are over on Twitch and you're not followed up to the channel, make sure to do that as well. Appreciate everybody tuning on in here for the Top Cut. We are in top 32, waiting for game number 2 between Vagras and who? And who? And who? Let me look up the player's name. I'm not 100% sure on the player's name. Mogu. Oh, it's Mogu. Okay. I was gonna say, the kanji look familiar. But it is Mogu. Let's Gogu with the Mogu. I think there's gonna be another game. I hope there's gonna be another game. Hold on. Boy, I really hope I didn't just put all that up there for nothing. Yeah, no, the Vagras should have another game here. Maybe the opponent has not yet shown up, I think, is what looking to be the case. Well, some gameplay would be nice. Let's take a look. Maybe there's some more people on Discord now. There's definitely starting to be some people trickling in, so. I think a lot of people forgot they made Top Cut. Right? A lot of people apparently not showing up for that first round. Gonna leave some easy dubs on the table. Alright, let's see if we can get into a game here. Of course, it's right after I get everything loaded up. We have to go into another player. Get it going. Let's do it. It's going to be between Salad and Faded. I believe we're watching Salad's point of view here. They get it on the screen. Alright, iSalad running. What is he running? iSalad running Magnezone Belly Bolt with double Aura Choreo. Decklist should be on the screen. Should be our first game here. Let me just triple check. It appears to be our first game between iSalad and Faded in our top 32. Let's see. Salad basically ready to rock with the... Question is, do you go in with Magnezone right now, or do you start building up with Aura Choreo? If we wait, we are going to get one shot by this Chen Pao. So maybe we have to try to find both our Magnezones. Okay, there's the Belly Bolt. The BB. Interesting play. Oh, we're going big. We're going that type of big. We're going in with the Magnezone. I don't know if I agree with the Tadbold play here, but maybe I'm wrong. As I say, I think they can end up sniping Tadbold, but we do have Alicia. So essentially we could find our other Tadbold right away. They don't have 2-back Excalibur on the field yet, so they're not going to be able to do the double Chen Pao hit. Mars coming out. This Mars could be devastating. There's the Poncho. Oh, we needed that. Look at, he's even pointing saying, where were you? Why aren't you there? So Chen Pao's now out. We're going to lose all our energy when we attack here. And we lost all our energy retreating off Suicune. So let's see what the option is here. Magnezone, going to stay alive no matter what happens. I'm guessing Chen Pao either goes for Tadbulb or the other Magneton. Tough call right here. Let's see, Faded thinking it out. What's he going with? He went with Tadbulb. Makes sense, but we do have Lycia in hand, so maybe we could set up a second Lycia, or excuse me, a second Tadbulb with our Lycia. Another reality here is that, oh, you know what we could do? We do have the Poncho. So why don't we go Lycia, Tadbulb, Poncho, and then be set up and ready to rock? That's what I would do. Lycia, Tadbulb, Poncho, maybe put an energy on Oricorio. I guess, actually, if you put Tadbulb in, you're putting in an energy on Tadbulb. Question is now, do we go in for the Cyrus kill? The Cyrus KO? Nope, we're going Lycia. Wait a minute, where's our other Tadbulb? We only had one? Oh no, brothers and sisters. Oh no, brothers and sisters. Maybe we do something where we work in a second Tadbulb. Drop down to one Oricorio, 2 Tadbulbs. Even if you do one Bellibolt, that's fine, but like 2 Tadbulbs might be necessary. Especially for setups like this, right? Where if Chen Pao snipes one of your Tadbulbs, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they snipe your Tadbulb? I guess the good news is here. Irida's not terrible. In fact, Irida gonna bring them outside of KO range. Just outside of it, in fact. Do we have any other Stadium? We do not. Stadium Bump would be nice. Attack did nothing. Okay, so they whiffed the attack effect due to Magnezone. Kinda nice, but at the same time, like, how big was it? I guess it's actually really big in the sense that it kept him out of that 130 KO range for Chen Pao. We did have a Poke Center lady ready to go, though, so I guess not the end of the world. We also have the Poncho now set up on the bench. That's also kind of big in the sense that they can't hit Oricorio, they can't hit Magneton, so they have to go for the active one. There's the other Magnezone, the other Oricorio. Okay, not sitting too bad. I might have actually charged that up before doing that, just to have some energy to possibly retreat with later, but it's alright. We might not even get to that point, so I understand why they didn't. I'm attaching to the other Oricorio, though, that's for sure. There we go. Now let's do the mirror shot. I'm looking in a mirror. Alright. So we're back in with Suicune now. Again, the other strength to this deck is the fact that it's a triple prize pointer deck, right? Question is now, do we take out Chen Pao while we can? I'm almost thinking yes. Here's what I do, actually. I retreat into my Oricorio. Nah, maybe not, because Oricorio is going to get one-shot by Big Bags. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm Cyrusing in the Chen Pao right now. We'll take that thing out. Maybe retreat back into Magnezone. Get your other Magnezone to do it? I don't know. Now I'm kind of second-guessing myself. You could go in with Oricorio. In fact, this is probably the right move to make. But maybe not, because... See, now, the reason I don't like this play is because Baxcalibur's going to get a KO off you, and then it's only going to take a Cyrus to take you out. So what I would have done is maybe retreat back into Magnezone. Cyrus that right now. Because the only thing they can do after that is bring in Baxcalibur. Tough call to make right here. This is kind of one of those, like, you have to just put your faith out there and let her rip, right? Oh, wait. No, what am I talking about? There is no Cyrus. Ah! And all the cards have been drawn. I'm sorry. I thought the Guz was a Cyrus, but that is a Guzma, not a Cyrus. So Faded not running a Cyrus. Again, I apologize. I thought that Guzma in their deck list was a Cyrus, but it is in fact a Guzma. All right, so kind of like I was saying, what happened. And now we are... Well, they can't snipe us, right? They only had one Chen Pao. So we're secure in that sense. Let's see what happens here. Mirror shot gonna go off. Again, there's no Sabrina, no Cyrus, so they have to kind of work their way through this Magna Zone. Actually, maybe Faded in some trouble here. Neither player has a Cyrus anymore, so now it's kind of a slugfest, right? Whoever gets through their front line first wins. Wait, why did we concede? Well, I missed it. I looked down for a sec. Ah. All right, well, I guess Faded taking game number 1. That was game number 1, by the way, folks. Game number 1. Big shout out to everybody who hopped in the Discord here. It looks like we've got some games to stream going forward here. My dude, Strange Coyote, hopping in a little late. I was really hoping to catch a match there, but maybe he wins. Maybe he makes it to top 16. I'm hoping so. I'm rooting for him. He's up against FedEx, though, so it's not going to be an easy fight. Also rooting for FedEx, because he's a homie, right? FedEx, a longtime player. Let's move into our next game here, though. Game number 2 between Faded and Salad. iSalad. All right, so starting off game number 2 here. Suicune in the active, Magnezone in the active for iSalad. Faded not going to have the energy advantage, which means Magnemite here is going to be able to hit for 50 damage right off rip. What gets scary, though, is the fact that we do have Mini Fridge on the bench. Going to allow for a possible... how do we want to play this? I'm thinking Professor as well. We've got a Magneton already in hand. Tadbulb in hand. We've got to be careful with how we set that Tadbulb up, but now might be the time, right? Might be better now than never. There's Odokorio. I almost wonder, are they going to take the opportunity to attack, or are we going to retreat right back into Oricorio? We may go right back into Oricorio just to tank the hit, right? Seems like maybe a sensible option to me. Faded doesn't run any sort of retreat. All right, we got to see now if Faded can find the evolution. If we see a candy drop right here, Salad could be in trouble. Again, there's that candy. That's what I was just telling you about. They're going to be able to do 60 damage. The good news is they did drop us. They're going to do 80 damage. They're going to do 100 damage. Maybe Oricorio was the answer, you guys. I don't know. Things are looking very grim right now for iSalad. One of those moments, too, where you take a gamble, right? Do they have the evolution or not? I still feel like what was your goal, though? Yes, I do understand that you put that 50 damage on there, but at the end of the day, now we lost one of our Magnemites, and I feel like maybe it would have been better just to stall back. Okay, we might be able to recover. Hold on. Slight recovery here. See what we can do. Not going to copycat just yet. I wouldn't, excuse me. I wouldn't copycat just yet, just because only going to take you from 3 to 3. Not like you can really use any cards this turn anyways. We do need to wait a turn. I would say the following turn, let that Suicune draw you a couple cards, and then hit that copycat. Try to find the Belly Bolt evolution. All right, interesting hand. Double copycat, Cyrus, and a Professor. I think since the entire hand's dead, I'm throwing a copycat. Get me 3 cards instead of just 2. There it is. There it is. That'll work. That's what we're looking for. All right, now we're hanging in there, staying alive as long as we can. The problem is Oricorio is about to get hit right here by Baxcalibur. Double backs right here would not be good. Looks like that might be the case. Or no, I'm sorry, they can just ice make themselves. 90 damage coming out towards Oricorio. All right, well, that means now we've got to go big belly gambles. Here we go. Charge it up. Drop the Evo. I like the play. Okay, here we go. 3 new cards. We need 1 Belly Bolt out of these 3 cards. There he is! There's our guy! And a Poncho, too. Poncho not really going to matter right now. Alright, that'll be 4 energy on the board as well, so we're going to hit for 140 right here. Should be enough to knock out this Baxcalibur. 3 cards left. Assuming we're checking for the other Baxcalibur. Let's see how we handle this. Either the other Baxcalibur or a Cape, I suppose, huh? That's what they need to stay alive. They probably... Oh, okay, so they're putting Mini Fridge in, so sounds like they're confident that they have it. But 2 cards left in their hand. I mean, what are the chances they don't? Alright, so we do see Chen Pao going out. But if we can stay alive here, it might not matter, right? Ooh. Alright, how's this going to play out? So we knock out the fridge, mini fridge. Interesting. I'm putting the Poncho. I guess it doesn't matter. 2 cards left. They're probably going to have the Guzma ready to go. But I was going to say, I'm putting my... Interesting. On the active. On the active. Maybe this makes sense, because then maybe it protects us from that, like, that follow-up hit from Chen Pao here. Chenster coming out. Again, Chen doesn't have electric-type weakness. Oh, wait a minute. He's not even going to have the energy to get there. Is this game? I think this is cooked. I believe Salad has this, if I'm not mistaken here. Chen Pao not going to have the energy to hit for 130 this turn. Only going to be able to hit for 20 energy. 20 damage, not 20 energy. 20 damage for 2 energy. Which then means, unfortunately, this Belly Bolt won't be in KO range, and neither will this Magnezone. Again, no Sabrina, no Cyrus. Okay. Again, Chen Pao gonna be able to hit for 130 on something, but that won't be enough unless we can't scoop the stadium. No way to bump the stadium out of there, so I think we are officially safe. Suicune coming out. Now this is where things get a little scary, right? As we can kind of stall for a while here. Oh, no way! The top deck! Crazy top deck. Gonna take it for Salad. We're going into a game 3, folks. Absolutely crazy Cyrus there to clutch the dub. You love to see it. Unless you're faded, then you hate to see it. All right, again, guys, we're going into our game 3 here. We'll have it up on the screen in just a moment. All right, here we go. Game 3 between Faded and iSalad in top 32 of Pocket Legends League. My name's Jade Ankus. Welcome on in. Guys, make sure you hit that like button if you're watching over on YouTube. If you're watching over on Twitch. If you're watching over on Twitch, make sure to drop a follow if you haven't yet followed the channel. I do drop, or at least post, high-level meta content, tournament-level content all throughout the week. In fact, tomorrow, guys, we're going to have a big $1,500 tournament that we are collaborating with PGL on. The Pokemont's crew, myself included, going to be collaborating with PGL for a $1,500 tournament starting tomorrow. I'll go over the details here after this in just a moment. But for now, let's tune in. Faded. I don't know if this is necessarily the start you want to see if you're faded here. Suicune showing up just a little late. Also, again, stuck going first, right? Faded had to go first. I think all 3 games here. Another thing too, Faded doesn't run any sort of like boat tech. There's no sort of retreat tech. So we may be stuck trying to get this mini fridge out of the active. There's the Magneton that we needed. Things are looking really good for iSalad. Let's see. All right. Finding our Oricorio. And we're going to hit our other Pokeball. Not bad. This will get us our second Oricorio. I would imagine we don't fill the bench up on that one just yet, but could be wrong. I think the only thing that gets Salad here, and maybe you do fill the bench on this one, because the only way you lose this is if they somehow manage to hit the double candy, right? Imagine a double candy right here. Professor going out. We're going to have 6 cards, I think. 6 or 7 cards. It's enough cards to pull off a double evolution. All right. Suicune in the active, we did manage to find our Baxcalibur, but not going to have enough energy to attack this turn. If we can top deck a Belly Bolt, Ice Salad going to be sitting real good. All right, here we go. All or nothing with the Big Belly. It might happen, you guys. It might actually happen. Okay, Oricorio going out. Magneton going out. All right, here we go. 4 cards in hand of Faded. And we turned this 4-card Copycat into gold. All we need to do is hit the Big Belly, and we got this. Uh-oh. Oh, not what you want to see. You've got to run. Run back into an Oricorio right now. Chill out. That's what I'm doing right there. All right. Not the end of the world. Baxcalibur not going to be able to attack this turn again unless we hit the... In fact, no, they won't even be able to do that. Won't have enough energy to retreat and power up a Baxcalibur even if they hit the other backs. So, should be okay for 1 turn here. However, the following turn, they will be able to attack. So we're going to have to get something going here. There's still another chance we can get the Belly Bolt going this turn. Still one more chance. Copycat going to go big here. There it is. Don't even need it. All right. Let's see. How do we play this now? We're going to have to put Belly Bolt down. Definitely charge up the Volt Charge. Make it so that we have 4 energy after we retreat this Oricorio. Alright, again, Big Belly in the active. There goes Suicune. We don't have the stadium down. And I don't remember, does Faded run? They run 1 cape, but no cape, no stadium. Could be in trouble here. Baxcalibur gonna need a cape to stay alive. Mars gonna happen. The Mars is potentially big. But at the same time, they hit him with a Cyrus. Oh, things are looking really good right now for Salad. Actually, wait, we find our cape, but, oh, I was gonna say, can we attack? And we're attacking. We find our cape, and we're attacking. That part, not great. However, we do have the Cyrus Goodbyrus. That's all we need. Might even be able to actually finish this with an Oricorio if it comes down to it. I think we have options here. Scary Copycat. I don't know if I'd do it. I don't think it's worth it. I think you have the bag in the... Got the bag in the game. Going like that, going like that, going like this, and going like that. Outside of an Irida, I think, right? Irida, I do believe, pops him up to 80. Would be enough. Oh no, a lucky ice pop? Uh-oh. Forgot we have those. Okay, and an Irida, and we're in trouble. Add the Irida, we're in trouble. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, folks. So now we have to find it. We've got to find our Magnezone. And we've got this. Oh, he's retreating. He had to. I think he had to, right? But that means it's game over. No, wait. Hold on. I'm still trying to think on this one, folks. Forgot that he could attack there. I thought he had to attach the energy to retreat, but he can attack. So Belly Bolt's gone. We have to either top deck Magnezone. If we top deck Magnezone, instant game over. Otherwise, we're going to maybe have to copycat into a Magnezone, excuse me. Uh-oh. Things are scary. Do we Cyrus it now? If you Cyrus it now, it's potentially stuck in the active. Takes 3 energy to retreat, 3 energy to do anything. But at the same time, if they manage to find their other candy, it's game over. There it is. There's our guy. All right, I think we have just enough time to make this whole play happen. Let's find out. I'm putting the energy on an Oricorio. Don't fill the bench, I would say, right? Just gonna give him more juice on the Suicune. Hit into it and hope for a top deck. That's your hope right here. We are going to put the Magnezone effect on Suicune, right? And now Suicune and Baxcalibur not going to be able to tank another hit. We're going to have to go in with potentially Chen Pao. Oh, no way! Okay, Chen Pao going to be able to come in and hit him with the Chen Pao right in the kisser, right? So I think we have to now... I guess it doesn't matter because we retreat the following turn and KO with Suicune. We have to hit either... Oh, no way. Uh-oh. It's a Cyrus top deck, or I think Salad loses this. What a close game. Oh, the plane's coming out too. Uh-oh. No way. Wait. Is that enough? No, it's not. Never mind. Okay. I was going to say, does that bump Baxcalibur out? But Baxcalibur's a stage 2. Gotta remember that. All right, down to 20 HP. Cyrus it is! No way! What a top deck! Oh!
Damn, nigga, this is heat.
It's Cyrus Goodvirus, folks. Wow, what a game 3. Intense. Congrats to iSalad. Moving on. Oops, wrong mark. Sorry, iSalad, moving on. All right, let's get into... I'm thinking a top 16 match at this point. Probably looking at top 16. Give me a moment. Let's take a look, see where we're at. Let's see. Actually, wait, maybe we just stay with Salad. Because he's going up against Sophia. That's a match I'd like to see ya. Get it? Well, very unfortunate, but it does look like some of our kind of like more fun rare decks are out of the tournament. Strange Coyote, unfortunately, losing in top 32. Kind of a bummer. I really wanted to catch that one. FedEx versus Alana, maybe? We could maybe do this one if FedEx or Alana is streaming. All right. That being the case, maybe we just stay where Salad is, because this is going to be our next best match, I feel like, right here. That, and I don't have to change the setup. Let me bring you over to what I'm looking at. So again, here we are. Rocking with Sophia and Zero Salad. We just watched Zero Salad take out Faded. Again, I think this might be one of our best bets here. It's a Belly Bolt deck. The only other one I was thinking is maybe this one right here between FedEx and Alana, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get cast footage of that one. So I think, again, our best bet may be to stay with Zero Salad. Or down here. Hold on. What's Vagras doing? Let's take a look at this. Pairings. They have not yet started. Let me take a look. Because there's a good chance that he just hasn't yet, or the opponent hasn't yet shown up. In which case, okay, there they go. Free win. Let's do that then. Let's go with Vagras. Because this is going to be a really interesting one, and it'll be a little bit of a switch up. Let me say what's up to the dude. All right, we're locking in. In just a minute, I'll get the deck list loaded up on the screen here. I think this will be hopefully a decent match here. Should be a Baxcalibur deck versus a... Well, I guess a Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur versus Baxcalibur, but it's Ninetales versus Chin Pao, essentially. So, let's take a look here and see what one ends up being the stronger assistant. Might be just a moment for these players to get started, but that's okay. I need just a moment to get everything up and loaded on the screen. All right, there we go. Again, we're just waiting on Vagras to start the stream here. Welcome on in, guys. Welcome on in. Appreciate everybody just now showing up. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure to hit that like button if you're over on YouTube. Appreciate it if you could. Let's get as many likes on this as possible. Definitely helps push this stream out in the algorithm. All that good stuff. Say what's up in chat, too. That also is an analytic that helps me. Plus, it lets me know you're here, right? I like knowing you guys are here. And then if you're over on Twitch, or if you can do both, Twitch and YouTube, because we do simulcast to both Twitch and YouTube. But either way, guys, if you're not followed up, you're not subbed up, make sure to do that. Make sure to hit that like button. We're just waiting on the next game to start here. It'll be the first of our top 16. We go. This is B Football versus Vagras in our top 16 of Pocket Legends League. Vagras running, both players are running Baxcalibur, but Vagras running a Ninetales variant, right? No Suicune. We dropped the Suicune in favor of just Ninetales. So we'll have to see how this works out. B-Football obviously going to get that card draw advantage from Suicune. But on the opposite end of the field, Vagras going to get that energy block advantage. So we'll have to see what ends up being more helpful here. B-Football having to start with Chen Pao in the active. Bao Zhan. Let's see. The opponent also able to start with a mini fridge on the bench. That mini fridge potentially going to be able to get him set up very quickly that following turn, or this following turn. Here's our Suicune. So the one good thing we have going for us here is energy advantage. Get a... Ooh, okay. We're set up as well. Not only that, but... Okay. I don't know how to play this, so forgive me if I'm like, what are we doing here? I think this makes sense. Again, the enemy here, B-Football, going to be behind on energy, so it will take them a moment to get caught up. There's the... Oh, okay. Middle evolution for Mini Fridge. It's not the full-on Big Fridge. It's going to be a big copycat right here. Well, semi-big. From 0 to 3, there's our own Chen Pao. Problem is, I believe we are going to get hit this turn. I believe so. Getting energy on the field. All right, so Baxcalibur's out. That means we're going to start seeing Chen Pao attacking here for 130. Going to take out the active Vulpix. Makes sense to me, right? But at the same time, maybe that's a bait strategy. Maybe we baited him into that. We'll have to see how they go about this here. Do we want a copycat from 2 to 2? Tough call. Guys, don't let me forget, right after this, I will post the link for that tournament. I did forget before we hopped into this round, but I won't forget after this one. You guys are going to remind me. All right. Vagras going out. We're going to see him attack on the active Chen Pao, which makes sense to me. This is just like a Chen Pao off, right? But if B-Football gets their Cape or Irida, we're in trouble. One thing we could do, we have 2 professors in hand. We could end up KOing with just knocking out the stadium. We just got to bump the stadium and we got this. Vagras unfortunately doesn't have, well, hold on. There's a few options, but that's not one of them. That's not the option we needed. All right, here we go. Come on. Big Professor, what do we got? Stadium bump would be huge. You get nothing. You get nothing. This game's looking all but over right now. Kind of a rough start. As opposed to B-Football having not so much of a rough start. See if we can get a little bit of a game 2, or a little bit of a difference in our game 2. Throw the gameplay back on the screen here in just a moment. If you guys are just tuning in, we are casting. I'm not playing, I'm casting a tournament for PLL. We're watching the top 16 matches right now. I'll have the matches back on the screen here in just a moment. We're just waiting on Vagras to get up and going. All right, here we go. Game number 2, top 16. Vagras going second again, which possibly good. We get energy advantage. We're going to start off with... Ooh, okay, I think this is looking a lot better. We at least have one of our Ninetales in hand, right? Maybe we want to go first here. I'm not sure what the whole order of operations is. I can't imagine going first is great, because then you don't have your energy on the Ninetales. But as long as you can survive that initial turn 1 hit, right? Like, if they land a mini fridge right here, it gets scary. They landed the mini fridge. Which then means if they hit the evolution, we're hitting for 60 damage minimum. Not the best of starts here for Vagras. I don't like to see this. We have to throw that copycat, I guess, just because we don't have anything else on the bench. No other playable cards other than the one we don't want to play. We need some mini fridges ourselves. There we go. Or a Pokeball. What are we getting? Not who we want, again. Rough. I don't know what we do here. We might actually be cooked. If they hit the evolution, it's over. That's all I gotta say is if they hit the evolution, it's all over but the crying. If we can maybe make it through one round, we might have a chance. I would put the energy on Vulpix, because it's over regardless, right? Go big gamble. I guess maybe... Actually, this isn't terrible. It at least gives you a turn to survive. Alright, let's see. So again, we did find the evolution. Guzma coming out. It's cooked. 80 damage coming out. There is the candy. But again, I think it's going to be too little too late here. Again, things not looking up right here. I think it's looking pretty Jover. We have to top deck a Ninetales, and even then, I don't know how well, or like how much that's going to do for us. Alright, so again, didn't hit anything we needed. That'll be, unfortunately, game over. Very rough. We delayed the inevitable, I think. Like, again, I guess it ends when Chen Pao comes out the following turn. And that will be the unfortunate end for Vagras here. Rough. That wasn't even fair, it felt like. You know what I mean? Definitely rough starts both games there for Vagras. I feel like if that deck gets a good start, you're cooked. You know what I mean? Like, if you can get that Ninetales set up, you're in trouble. We just, unfortunately, we're not able to see that happen. But, that's Pocket, right? As Taj always says, that's Pocket. Let's see. I'm gonna go drop a shout out there one more time. All right. Big shout out to Vagras. We got to move on to another game here. I think we can maybe still catch the tail end of a top 16. Let's take a look. Actually, real quickly, before we take a look, or I know what we do. We'll go back to 0. Let me see who we have still streaming games. Sorry, guys. I don't want to try to stream the same people over and over, but other games in progress, and there's a few people not actually streaming here, so it might be hard to kind of catch those games. I think. Esdeath? Where's Esdeath? I swear I saw him. All right, hold on. Maybe we can catch Esdeath. Esdeath game already in progress. We'll hop into it here in just a moment. But before we do that, guys, it's going to be a big, giant tournament tomorrow. Let's take a quick look at it. If you guys aren't signed up, go head over to Limitless. I'll drop the details right now in chat. So, again, the Pokemats crew, myself, Taj, Maddie, we're kind of collabing with PGL, right? We're going to start off a giant tournament series here for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. $1,500 prize pool, plus a bunch of full art cards going to be given out. You guys make sure, to head over to Limitless. I just dropped the link in the chat there. Go head over here. You can do it right off your phone. Register for the tournament. You register right here on the details page. And then once you're registered, let's do that real quickly. Boom. Go through all this. You're going to have to join the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord here, it's right here. Click that button right there. There's going to be a password in the Discord. That'll let you register for this tournament. We do this just so that people are kind of getting into the Discord, since you're going to have to stream your games through that Discord. So, either way, guys, join us tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. Starting at, for me, I'm Mountain Time, so it's starting at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. It's going to be a couple hours earlier than normal for our standard Pokemats time. So, again, I'm Mountain Time. It's 8 a.m. Mountain Time for me, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. But go sign up for this, guys, and we will be live tomorrow. Me and Taj will catch you tomorrow morning for the first Pocket Mads / PGL collab tournament. All right, let's get back over into it. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Got a game. I got us one. Annie versus FedEx. That's who I want to watch. Guys, I'm trying my best here to get us games of, like, the new decks up until they're out. Hopefully any hasn't started yet. Give me a sec. Let me work my magic. Might not happen. I guess for the sake of gameplay, let's do this.
Damn, Reggie, this shit heat.
There we go. Gameplay on the screen. We get the deck list loaded up. All right, both players on the screen. This is our top 8 match. Let me get that updated. So we got B Football versus I Salad, top 8 of PLL. Looks like Salad's sitting in not a terrible spot here, I suppose, but at the same time, that Chen Pao is ready to go. And it might knock out either Magnezone or... No, I'm sorry. Chen Pao not going to be ready to go. We won't have enough energy here. No energy attached to Suicune. Unless we hit double evolution here. Good news is, though, for Salad, we do have enough damage ready to go. We're going to lose our Guzma, but that's okay. I was going to say, we do have enough damage ready to go to knock out this Suicune in the active. Not a terrible spot to be in. Might even be able to attach and get our Tadpole up and almost ready to go here, right? Professor going out. There's our Belly Bolt. Question is, do you evolve this turn and turn it into an EX just in case Chen Pao comes out, right? But at the same time, why not? You only run one Tadpole, and you might want to just, like... you might want to, Sorry, guys, loses my train of thought. There we go. So we knock out the active, but the scary thing is this Chen Pao coming in, right? Chen Pao going to be able to... Okay, not one-shot your Belly Bolt. That's what he's not going to be able to do. All right, sorry guys, just locking in our next game. Hopefully we got something good here. I think, so what do we do here? Belly Bolt comes out, gonna drop it down to 10 HP. I guess we're waiting for our Cyrus. Chat, what do you think? Playing Belly Bolt, are you a fan of Zeraora or Magnezone? I think the Magnezone definitely proves to be a lot stronger late game. But Zeraora can get those like early game cheeses off, I feel like. That's kind of the difference I feel like between the two. But I don't know, I'm starting to lean more towards the Magnezone playstyle. Initially, I was definitely more of like a Zeraora Belly Bolt type of player. I like those fast plays, but again, oh my god, no way we hit that. No way. All right, next turn is over. I think Salad gonna take game 1 here, if I'm not mistaken. You see double backs online, but there's not. We can't get through. Oh, no way! No way! They hit them. Oh, no way! What a play! The Cyrus cannot be stopped. He's inevitable. There he is. We don't even need it, right? We can just attack in the active. There we go. Crazy. All right, game 1 going to Salad. Oops, let me get that off the screen. Guess it's too late now. It's too late now. Shout out to Salad for taking game number 1. Let's see if we can sweep for a game 2. All right, so we're going into game 3 here. And again, I apologize, guys. I'm kind of handling some stuff in the background here. But that's all right. That looked like a pretty boring game 2 anyways, right? What is up, guys? Yes, I am stoked for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be fun. I'm hoping so. Hoping it's going to be a good time. Again, we're collabing with the PGL group. Me, Taj, and Maddie. We're hopping in. We're going to help cast. And I think the games are going to be over on Maddie's channel. But hopefully it all goes well. I think this is the first tournament that the PGL guys are actually, like, putting on. So we're not actually handling anything behind the scenes. Just the casting itself, I suppose. All right, so a copycat coming out here. Let me lock into the game. Gonna be a big copycat. Sorry, guys. Again, I was kind of handling some stuff in the background here. There's our Oricurio. Now, this is kind of the play that Salad made a couple games ago, right? Where I felt like it's somewhat of a goof. We don't have a backs on the field yet, a mini fridge. So I guess that's the difference here. Is there's no mini fridge on the field. There is a chance maybe we just rush him, right? I guess now we need to either hit... I don't know. We gotta hit something here. Okay, his fridge is down. Now things are gonna start to get scary. right, locking in here. Sorry, guys, that was very not appropriate of me to be locked in like that. I had to reply to some things. Getting set up for tomorrow, essentially. But let's lock in here. Guys, if you guys are just tuning in, this is a top 8 match between iSalad and B-Football. Almost forgot the player's name. In B-Football. Heads, the attack happens. Okay, not what we wanted to see. Poke Center Lady not going to be able to knock us out of this. There's Belly Bolt. Okay, wait. Is Belly Bolt enough to save the day? I think he might be. He might be. How do we do this, though? So we have to knock out the active Baxcalibur. They're going to come in with Chenpowski and be able to hit for 130 anywhere on the bench, unless we put that Belly Bolt on. 7 cards left. I think he's counting for the stadium, right? No stadium, he's got this. If I'm not mistaken. All right, so Salad's going to take that first KO. But like we were just saying, the Chen Pao coming out, right? Magnezone on the bench. Ooh, hey, wait. We have the Poncho ready to go. I forgot about the Poncho. Cyrus coming out. Uh-oh. We have enough energy. We do. Oh, no way. Is that enough? I think that's enough. They don't have it. They don't have the stadium. Oh, it's game over. Salad taking the dub ski. No way.
This shit heat.
There's the plains. Down in Africa. But is it too little too late? Cyrus in hand.
Damn, nigga, this shit heat.
There it is. Took a minute. Took a minute, but we got it. I'm surprised, actually, that we lasted that long for B-Football, but shout out to B-Football. Definitely went down swinging. Didn't go down easy. Lasted a lot longer, like I said, than I thought he was going to, so I give him credit for that. However, wasn't quite enough. iSalad, moving on to the top 4 here. Crazy, we got Magnezone Belly Bolt in the top 4, guys. All right, I'm locking in now. I got my stuff handled on the Discord side of things. Apologies for that over the last couple rounds. I know people were wanting to see Hector and Salad. And now it's happening. Actually, people were definitely wanting to see Hector, so now we got Hector Salad lined up. Maybe we... I don't know. Do you guys want to swap over to... Oh, hold on. Why am I lagging? Uh-oh. Big leg. Big leg. Leg spike. Hold on. Sorry, we might F in the chat here for just a sec, guys. I don't know why I'm lagging. Why am I lagging? Lagging and dragging. Lagging tails, lagging tails. I might be lagging a bit. Alright, I think it'll hopefully clear up. It'll hopefully clear up. Alright. Again, sorry guys, it might F out a little bit here. Stream might F for a little bit. Get that shared out so everybody knows. Again, we're running on a 5-minute delay here, guys, so anything you hear me say, it's 5 minutes in the future. Just letting you all know that I'm kind of lagging a little bit according to OBS. According to OBS. Hold on, let's take a look. Let me throw this up real quick. I did. Run a quick ping to Google and see why I'm lagging. There it goes. We're back. I don't know why, but it chugged out for a sec. All I had to do was threaten it with a ping to Google, and now the replies are all within normal response time. Anyways, nerdy internet stuff. We're good. Let's get back into the games. iSalad and Hector have not yet started. Let me let them know that they're good to start here. I'm gonna actually I'll undeafen iSalad and let them know. Hey, iSalad, it's Jade Ankist. Hey, I think we're gonna continue watching your gameplay footage here, but I was just letting you know that you guys are good to start streaming. Good luck in your games, both you and Hector. Okay. Hopefully the trick works. Hopefully we get him going here in just a moment. There we go. Trick always works. I have the power! Saying, hey, let's go into the next round. Let me load it up. We've already got iSalad on the screen. We're gonna get Hector loaded up. The crowd, the chat was wanting to see Hector. So we've got him here. Hector. Gotta get the bell from, like, Breaking Bad, right? The bell. Ding, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Oops, that's not B-Football. That's Hector. All right, we got him loaded up here. Hector DF, in fact. Not just Hector. It's Hector DF. All right, here we go, guys. The first of our top 4 matches between iSalad and Hector DF. Boy, they are just feeding iSalad the going second starts, right? I think this dude's gone second every game that we've watched. All right, starting off, we got Swablu in the active. Ooh, I think they made the right call with the Magnemite in the active then, right? We're going to have energy advantage. That means this Swablu for sure going down. Not a great start already for Hector. Uh-oh. Can he recover? He's going to have to get some more Pokemon on the field. Because this could be a turn 1 catastrophe otherwise. What do we have up our sleeves? Uh-oh. It's Chingling, and... Okay, we got our other Swablu. The other Swablu could make some plays here, but again, I believe we're going to lose a Swablu right off rip. I'm throwing Lycia first, I believe, and then my Pokeballs afterwards. Just given how this deck works, I think Lycia first, Pokeballs after. There you go. Bink, bink. I think this is going to be all the basics in the deck right here. 2 Oricorios, 2 Magnemites, and a Tadpole. I think that's going to be a dead Pokeball at this point. Get it out of here. So type advantage, going to be able to one-shot that Swablu in the active. Tough call now. What do we do? Do we go in for Chingling, try to get the item lock? Again, Magnemite going to be able to one-shot this Chingling as well. Hector kind of in a back against the wall position here. We could also hit the sleep play, right? We could go for a sleep scam. However, sleep scam, we can evolve out of it. If we do evolve out of it, the good news is we're not attacking, but still could be scary, right? Actually, no, sleep scam would not be the move, considering we could just retreat, right? And then, like, end it with the other Magnemite. So we're not going to go for that sleep scam. And I see why. Professor coming out. This could be a big Professor. I feel like Salad might be regretting loading up the bench here, but what else could you do? There's Magneton. Magneton of fun. We're going to charge up our bench here. Question is, do they go? Yes, they do go. I was going to say, do they put an energy on the benched Oricorio? We have a Poncho out. Let's see where we're going to put that. It's like right here. On the benched Magneton. All right. Salad with an early lead of 2 KOs just off this Magnemite. This Magnemite is a terror right now. Uh-oh, chat says, put the PGX in there. All right, let me see if we can fit it. PGX. It's close. It's a tight fit, you guys. That's a tight fit. In fact, I think that's like pixel perfect. It doesn't get much more than that. It cuts off after that, so the fact that that all fit is funny. All right, Mega Alt is out and swinging. However, there's no Greninjas, and Oricorio going to be able to solo Corio. Tadpole finally going down. Let's hit this Copycat. From none into 2 cards here. What are we getting? A Cyrus and a Copycat. The Cyrus is kind of big. Copycat could be big, I guess. It depends on what we see as a top deck next turn. This is going to do 50 damage here. Altaria has nothing on the bench, and there's no Sabrina play, so we have to get a Froakie set up if we want to stand a chance on doing damage here. There's one Chingling. Damage again, getting blocked by Oricorio. Belly Bolt coming out. Uh-oh, this is huge. I think that means next turn it is over. Considering we also have the Cyrus in hand, I would not Copycat that. I would be going Belly Bolt, Evolution, and I'm chilling like a villain. Ooh, he's thinking about the Copycat. He's thinking about it. Getting greedy. This might cost you. But at the same time, like, what are they going to tank with? They have, the only thing they can tank with is this Mega Altaria, so I think actually that's a 100% safe play to make. Okay, 50 damage going out. Again, this is going to put this Mega Altaria into KO range. It doesn't look like Hector runs any sort of healing, so we may be in trouble here. Salad did lose their... I mean, what do we do? I'm just trying to think. Like, we can't sleep stall. We can't... We don't have a ninja down. I think it's all over but the crying, guys. For game 1. Definitely a great start for Salad on game 1. Hector, not so much of a great start, right? We went first, stuck with the Swablu in the active. Basically, about as terrible of a start as you could get. And this will do it. Hitting for 150. We're feeding off their own training area. iSalad taking game number 1 in the top 4. All right, we'll load up the games here in just a moment. Appreciate everybody that's joined in and is watching the Top Cut with me, guys. We're streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button over on YouTube if you guys are watching on the YouTube side of things. And if you're not yet subbed or followed to the channels, make sure to do that as well. I appreciate it if you could. My name's Jay Dankus. We do try to stream higher level, meta level content, tournaments all throughout the week. So again, make sure to hit that sub button. Make sure you're locked in. I'm essentially one of the main casters for Pocket at this point, right? I'd say me and Taj probably the 2 biggest named casters in the Pocket platform, just due to the fact that we host Pokemats every single weekend. It's the world's largest weekly Pocket contest tournament, not a contest. I guess it is a contest, but it's technically a tournament. It's technically a Budokai. Pocket Man's Budokai Tenkaichi happening every single week. All right, now Salad's luck officially ran out here. We're starting double Oricorio. We have no setup on the field yet. This is not great. This is also the first turn we've seen him go first, right? So they're not going to have energy advantage. Wow, King Solomon made a note. That last round, that was Hector's first loss this entire tournament. I mean, the cards were just not there, right? And he might actually come back here this turn. Things are looking pretty good for him on the opposite end here. You can't really go for a sleep scam, but at the same time, maybe that's the play. Not really, right? Because PCL's in there, and then, like, what are you sleep scamming into? Definitely not the play. Keep the Chinglock going. All right, there's a copycat. Question is, do we... Yeah, we do. We got to get something going. 3 unusable cards into hopefully 4 new usable ones. There's Belly Bolt with the Tadpole and a Cyrus. The only problem is we are a long shot away from being able to hit with Tadpole. We only have 1 energy on the field. But we do have a booster pack we can open. Kind of just stalling here. We're waiting to find that Greninja. We can't get through these Oricorios without it. fact. So I guess we can technically just sit here and stall for as long as needed. Scary thing is, though, once we do get that ninja online, more than likely we're going to be able to set up a Cyrus play, and it won't be good. Chat, how are you guys feeling with this current set? Are you guys happy with this set? Are you still disappointed with where Pocket's currently at? Me personally, I thought this mini set like went above and beyond my expectations. I know obviously we still have our main contender decks still around, right? Like they're just because we got a mini set doesn't mean good decks are gonna go away. I do feel like this mini set gave us some great variation though, as far as like setting up other decks. Like right now we're watching Magnezone Oricorio with Bellybolt, and it gives it kind of a nice flair or a nice twist. Some much needed like tankiness to the entire setup, I feel like. But again, I'm not for a mini set, I feel like this wasn't terrible. Baxcalibur's a great card. I'm loving that. Chen Pao's a great card. In fact, that's a great deck. The Baxcalibur Chen Pao deck. It's a great deck. I feel like in most current digital card games, the new cards that they release, most of the time they're not going to have like in Pocket, they're not going to have the entire pack be meta, right? It's only going to be bits and pieces of it are going to be like used to help push the meta forward, especially for a mini set, right? I guess you guys kind of feel what I'm saying there. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are obviously some sets where it's like, hey, this set just blew the meta wide out of the water. Hydreigon set. But that was also like a main set, right? I think Hydreigon came with that main mega triple set there. So that kind of makes sense that we had a large meta shift there. But again, for a mini set, I guess the point I'm trying to make is the mini set definitely didn't disappoint me as far as like adding variation to the game or variety to the game. Hector, again, not in a good spot right here, guys. Could this be it? Bro, he might have to double check. Did he put ninjas in the deck? Because right now, we're not seeing them. And this is really what you don't want to see happen. In fact, I think this is game over right here. Cyrus locks it in as game over, if I'm not mistaken. Hector does run one Mars, so there is like a chance, right? Not only that, but I salad down to, or up to 2 prize points, so this Mars will drop him down to 1. Tough play here, but I think you have to go... Oh, whoa. Salad says, I'm not falling for the bait, but maybe that was a mistake. Maybe he should have. I think... Okay, also didn't evolve there, but that's also kind of a smart thing to do, because if we do end up finding the Ninja and a Cyrus, we don't want to set ourselves up in a spot where we get an EX Cyrus into the active. An EX with 3 retreat costs, no less. Okay, Double Froakie is now set up. But I think that's game, still, because of Bellybolt and Cyrus. If we don't see a Mars right here, or a sleep play right here, it's game over. Crazy. Okay, here we go. Hands in the air for Sleep Scam. Uh-oh, okay, Sleep Scam is possible. We're stalling for a turn, folks. Tough. All right, what do we do? I don't think you want to evolve. Personally, I don't think that's the play, but... Maybe you do. Because the second this Bellybolt gets into the active, it's over. You're not going to one-shot the Bellybolt. Well, maybe you are, actually. Okay, we're awake. Tough spot to be for Hector. He's got to hit the Cyrus Greninja play on Bellybolt this turn, or it's game over. Oh, no way! It's over, folks! Wait, I guess it's not totally over, right? Because again, we could hit the sleep scam. I keep getting ahead of myself. This might be it, though, for our first top 4 match between iSalad and Hector. There it is! That's game! Oh, he's stoked. He's stoked. Did you see the mouse go a million miles an hour? Oh, yeah. Bro. Hector, he was undefeated. Had not lost a game up until that moment. And the shutout was real. Insane games from Zero Salad. Excuse me. S0 iSalad. And PGX Hector DF. Shout out to both players for our first top 4 match. Salad moving into the finals. He's killing it with this Magnezone Belly Bolt Oricorio deck. No Zero Aura. No Zero Aura. Take Zero Aura out of the equation. It's Magnezone, Oricorio, Belly Bolt. Either way, shout out to both players. Shout out to Hector. Great job making it that far, especially undefeated. Let's move into our other top 4 here. Between FedEx and PPI Toppin. Hold on, let's see if we can get in here. What do we got? Who is casting my other game? One sec, guys. I gotta reach out to the judges. Hopefully we can get somebody to hit up the players and get them casting in Discord. All right, I think we've got it here. It looks like FedEx just hopped into the Discord server. Appreciate it. Hey, FedEx, it's Jay Dankus. Thank you so much for hopping into the Discord to stream your games. Really appreciate it. Good luck in the top 4 here. I'm going to mute everybody up so you can't hear me, I can't hear you, all that good stuff. But either way, good luck in the top 4. We'll see after the dust is settled. Ooh, okay, FedEx may have a crashing issue. Okay. This is looking good if Papito is PPI Toppin, it's looking great. This will do. Quality looks good. I like it. All right, well then, good luck, everybody. Papito, I'm gonna mute you up on my end so you don't hear me yapping. Good luck in the top 4. Get the gameplay on the screen here as soon as they are started up and going. I don't remember who's running what. Let's look. Okay, looks like they're searching games right now, guys, so we should have gameplay on the screen here in hopefully just a moment. In the meantime, guys, quick reminder, make sure to hit that like button if you guys are watching over on YouTube. If you guys aren't subbed up to the channel yet, make sure to drop a sub, drop a follow. Appreciate it if you could. Lately, the channel has been exploding, so I appreciate everybody who has subbed up and helped with that channel growth. Again, we're trying our best here to kind of pop off in the pocket scene. You guys may have seen me casting a lot of other tournaments. In fact, you'll see me casting a big one tomorrow. Show you guys some details here in just a moment, so make sure to stick around for that one. $1,500 prize pool tomorrow. So again, make sure you stick around for that one. I'll show you after this. But in the meantime, let's get into our game. I gotta fix that name. Between FedEx and PPI Toppin. I think it's Papito, so I'm gonna call him Papito instead of PP. But Papito starting first with the Froakie in the active. All right, so starting off here, Vito, again, going first with like a Froakie in the active against this deck is not great. Either a Froakie or a Swablu, again, not a great spot to be in. You're going to take a lot of damage. This is going to be type advantage on the Magnemite, so it's going to hit for 50. In fact, again, both Froakie and Swablu have that type advantage, so they are going to get hit for either 50 on both of them, but the Swablu gets KO'd. Froakie has enough just to survive here. Just barely survive. Not terrible. We're going to find ourselves our second Froakie. I mean, we're kind of set up right now, right? This is not a terrible hand to be looking at. Question is, how are we going to go with our energy here? Do we just go right into Mega Ult, which we do. Okay. And then get the Frogadier ready to go on the bench, I'm assuming. Now, that play I don't understand. Why did we do that? Salad, I will say it looks like Papito has a much better start than Hector did, right? Hector had some rough starts there. Papito able to kind of stall and hang out here. Again, I'm kind of confused why we didn't evolve into Frogadier last turn. Oh, I guess we couldn't, right? The bench one, we couldn't. I'm sorry, that's my fault. I'm not actually playing, so I couldn't see the card light up. But we couldn't evolve on the bench last turn because I think we just placed it last turn, right? That, I believe, is the reasoning. Careful, careful, careful. Want to say hi real quick? I'll let you down, but say hi. Okay, 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 okay. My dog wants down. Here, you want your donut? Oh. She's got a little donut squeaky toy. She carries it with her everywhere. Daisy's donut, as I like to call it. In fact, if you guys hear squeaking, I'm sorry, it's Daisy. All right, FedEx getting that first KO. We've got to get around Oricorio here. And unfortunately for this deck, like they very much struggle with Oricorio. I almost wonder if it would be worth, and I don't know how this tournament was structured, but if you were able to get away with swapping energy, right? Like if this is a tournament where you don't have to enter your energy, or like, you know, select what energy you're going to be running, you can use that to your advantage in this deck, I feel like. You can run dual energy, Psychic Water, and give yourself to at least a chance to attack on Greninja. Considering, like, the only way to get through this Oricorio now is to ping through it. Not necessarily the best strategy, right? Looks like PP only runs one Cyrus as well, so we have to play it smartly. All right, there's the bulb. Poncho going out on the bulb as well. That's actually big. Papito does not run any sort of Guzma, so that Poncho is there to stay. Which then means this just turned into a triple prize pointer, like a 1-1-2 scenario, right? We're going to be able to guarantee go through all of our 1 prize pointer cards first before getting into that belly bolt. FedEx also only needs 1 more KO to win this. So now I think we have to start tanking with our Mega Altaria. Good news is we still have Sleep Scam, right? Sleep Scam still a possibility, and looks like FedEx does not run any sort of PCL. I'm with Salad on this one. I think like PCL is game-changing or game-winning. Okay, so I guess double pings. We're going to be able to ping through Oricorio. Maybe we're okay here. Actually, maybe we just got this. I think with the double pings, I think we're good. Now that I'm looking at it. Maybe? Maybe not, though. Hold on, because how does this work? Oh, wait, yeah, it is. It is game over. It's game over. Okay, both players sitting at 2 prize points. Next one takes it. And I do think, unfortunately, FedEx not going to be able to survive the hit here. We can evolve. Actually, hold on. It's not totally over. In fact, it is totally over. Never mind. FedEx winning it. Just like that. I totally forgot we had the Cyrus play set up. Holy moly.
This shit heat.
I didn't even... it happened so quick, I didn't even see it happen. Although that FedEx, or not FedEx, that Cyrus play had been sitting there since, like, the start of the game, right? They started with that Froakie. I forgot about him. Forgot about him sitting there. Forgot we had a Cyrus still left. FedEx only runs the 1 Cyrus, but that's all he needed. All right, let's see if we can get a different start for game number 2 here. Again, it's like, if this electric deck goes second, you're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. Okay, so double Chingling start. This is probably a more ideal start, but at the same time, if FedEx starts with Magnemite in the active... Okay, we lucked out. Oricorio in the active. Magnemite would have been just, like, free KOs, right? Alright. We have everything we need other than a Greninja to evolve into. Let's see what FedEx can start off with here. Okay, let's see it coming out.
Damn, nigga, this shit heat.
All right, so FedEx, game frozen. What happened? Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Sorry. All right. Well, so now it's kind of the same thing, right? We're stuck trying to get through this. No candy. We're stuck getting through a Orcorio. We can bring it down into 40 HP range again, kind of like we did last game. I mean, this whole thing is just not great, but at least we don't have the Froakie setup. Like the damaged Froakie setup. Hold on one sec. I gotta go yell at my dog. All right, I'm back. Xingling, now gone. FedEx, again, sitting at 2 prize points. And 2 Oricorios on the field that we have to get through. It's going to be an uphill battle at this point. We've got both the Froakies now down. One ready to go into a Greninja. We just need the candy, and there it is. Candy is dandy. Still kind of a rough spot. Again, PP only runs 1 Cyrus, so we have to play these very smart. You have to get 3 prize points with only 1 Cyrus. 3 birds, 1 stone. There's Lamb. Or Clement. I like that his name is Lem. I don't know what language this is, but I like the Lem name. Things, again, just looking pretty good for FedEx here. Okay, ping going out. We're 1 turn away from setting up our other Cyrus as well. Our Greninja. I'm sorry, not Cyrus. That's our 1 Cyrus that we have. But with this play right here, we're going to get 2 prize points. Now, actually, we might be okay, because I think, again, we have enough on the field here to potentially one-shot the other Magnezone. Going in with Oricorio. Kind of a strange move, but I guess we have to find that other Magnezone. Me personally, that's the move I'm making. If I'm FedEx, if I have that other Magnezone, I'm attacking with it right now. You want to try to put on that. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh no! Oh no way! Huge play! Huge play! No way! Okay, so Oricorio now safe on the bench. Wow. Oh no way! What a counter! FedEx, all he has to do now is attack, and he's got this. At least for the following round. I'm assuming he still has his Cyrus probably somewhere in hand. Let's see what happens here. If not, he might have it right here for turning 2 into 3. 1 card left. He's guaranteed to have it. That's probably game over, folks. Let's see. Again, PP not going to have another Cyrus, so there's no way we're getting around this Oricorio. I think we have to go for Sleep Scam. And we pull it off. Just a heads up too, folks. I may have to run away from the computer for just a moment. I've got to go. Hold on one sec. Maybe not. Where are we going with it? What are we doing? Ping's going out. I think we're going to try to sleep the Oricorio. But again, guys, there's a chance I may have to go AFK for just a moment. Hopefully we can time it so that it happens right at the end of this round. Let's see what happens here. I guess if this sleep scam fails, this is it. Game over. And that'll be game over. I think iSalad's right, guys. This is definitely the Mega Altaria ender, right? These decks just chewing through these Mega Altaria Greninja decks. So, I expect to see a lot of these tomorrow. A lot of Belly Bolt Greninja, or not, excuse me, not Greninja, Belly Bolt Magnezone tomorrow. All right, guys, that means our finals are ready between FedEx and Salad. Give me just a moment. Let me get it set up here. All right. Let's get the deck list loaded up here. Boom, boom. In fact, I think I already have them. Give me one sec, guys. We're going to change up the deck list just a moment here. All right, so we got iSalad versus FedEx in our finals. iSalad, it's Jade Ankus, just letting you know you are good to start. Good luck in the finals, my dude. Good luck to both you and FedEx. Crazy tournament so far. I'm excited to see how it all ends here. So again, good luck, guys. I will see you afterwards. All right, guys, they should be starting up here in just a moment. Actually, give me just 2 seconds here. Hold on. Hey, iSalad, it's Jay Dankist. I've actually got to run AFK for like 2 seconds. I've got to let somebody in my house. Can you wait to start the game for like 15 seconds? I'll be right back. I'll let you know when I get back. All right, guys, give me like 5 seconds. Again, I'll be right back here in just 2 seconds. I got to go answer the door. Take me 2 seconds.
Disagree.
All right, folks, I am so sorry about that. We are back. We are ready for the finals. Let me tap them in here. Let them know they're ready to go. All right, Salad. Sorry about that. You can start it up now. Apologies. Good luck in the finals. All right, they are searching.
Disagree.
So this will be it. Kind of a mirror match between FedEx and iSalad in the finals, right? Let's see. FedEx running a Guzma, whereas iSalad runs the Poke Center Lady. I don't think the Guzma is really going to be of much use here, unfortunately. Poke Center Lady, we're not waking up out of any sleeps, but at the same time, we might also be able to heal out of, like, potential KO range on our Oricorios. We'll have to see. Other than that, these decks looking fairly identical. Actually, no, FedEx runs a Clem, too. A Clement. And iSalad ends up just running double Copycat. Again, guys, we're just waiting on them to actually search. Should be just a moment here. Apologize, they were waiting on me, so. Here we go. This is game number 1 of our finals between FedEx and iSalad. It's like iSalad going first here. Magnemite in the active. Tough call. I think this is probably the way you want to do it, though, right? Magnemite in the active, up against an Oricorio in the active. Once we can get this Magnemite into a Magneton, we might be sitting all right. I'm going Lycia first this round. We'll hit our Tadbulb and another Magnemite. Works for me. Again, there's no leap over text, so you are safe to put your Tadbulb in. Both players running a Poncho, but not really going to be needed for this matchup. Poncho is just there for security against Greninjas. Double Pokeball Professor on FedEx's end. We're going to have our double Oricorio Tadbulb. I think Salad might be sitting in a pretty decent spot here. I don't know. Let's find out. The Magnemite, or Magneton, excuse me, in the active is technically safe, but you're going to take 50 chip damage from the Oricorio. However, the following turn, then you one-shot it, and they have no energy set up anywhere else. So I think that might be the play. 11 cards left. Debating on... Yep, we're going to throw that Professor. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, we'll get him out of the way. Get him out of the deck. Thin your deck a little bit. I think this is every basic we have. That's a dead Pokeball. Oricorio going in. I think I'm attaching to... Okay, that makes sense. Say, I might attach to the Tadbulb this turn, but this is alright too. This means, no matter what, we're going to be able to attack into Oricorio, right? Now, where are they going to put that energy is the next question. Clem coming out. Got to hit the Clem pose. I don't have enough room. There it is. Clem pose. Clemmy. Okay, so he hit the Clem, but there's no Magnemite setup here. Salad looking pretty good for this first game. Again, FedEx does have the Belly Bolt online, but there's no energy built up on that Belly Bolt, and they opted to attach to the active Oricorio. Again, I'm thinking FedEx might be in a lot of trouble here. We've got both our Magnezones ready to go. Let's see how we handle this. Energy going on our bench Tadbulb. I think that makes sense. I might have even powered up our Oricorio just because likely the next thing coming out at us is that Belly Bolt. Maybe. We'll have to see. At the same time, we can always counter with our Belly Bolt. Okay, there goes Oricorio number 1. Question is, how are we going to get out of this mess here for FedEx? I think right now we need a Magnemite on the field, like, drastically. If we don't hit the Magnemite, I think it's all over. All over but the crying. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Copycat. Sure, why not? Free unusable. Turn him into something usable. All right, well, Belly's in the active, but we're only going to do 70 damage here. Which is just not enough, I feel like, to get through 3 prize points. Not only that, but we're going to have Magnezone's attack effect ready to go. Actually, we could just go Big Belly. We could go Big Belly. 6 cards left. Salad thinking, what do I need to do here? I kind of think this is a good play too, right? Just go with what's in your active. Yeah, there we go. That'll be it. Game 1. What a rough game for FedEx. Gonna come down to the RNG here, I feel like, folks. Who gets online earlier? FedEx definitely had a rough time trying to find his evolutions. All right, we're moving into game number 2 here. Again, Salad taking game number 1 of our finals match. Salad definitely on a heater right now. All right, here we go for game number 2.
Damn, nigga. This shit heat.
All right, kind of a similar start as last time. Salad going first, Magnemite in the active. Let's see what they got. Oricorio. All right, let's see it coming out. I mean, again, things are looking not terrible for Salad. Definitely a lot better for FedEx than last game, though. He's got his Magnemites now active on the board. Those are hopefully going to be able to get charged up into Magnetons. We do know that FedEx runs a Clem, right? At this point, I'm not copycatting. I like my hand. Well, I like Salad's hand. I know I've got a 5-minute delay, but chat asked, pull the Giovanni pose. Oh wait, no, the Geo full art? What is it? Or no, how does he do it? You gotta look to the side. Or is he doing the... No, this is how he does it. Hold on, how do I do it? Let me look at my own full art. I nail the pose in the full art. Alright, there it is. What is that? Left arm. Alright, arm down. How does he do it? I'm way too close. Either way. We're goofing. We're joshing. Back to the game here. Things are looking kind of, again, good for Salad. So we've got our Magnezone online. Gonna hit this Copycat. Turn 3 unusable into 4 new. Oricorio, Big Belly, Lycia, and Professor. I think I like this. Maybe I'm dropping... they do run 1 Copycat, so maybe I'm dropping the Oricorio just to prevent a giant Copycat from hitting right here. 90 damage going out, but won't matter. A 1-shot either way. Let's see. So now, if FedEx, kind of, again, in a rough spot here, he needs to hit his Belly Bolt and 2 Magnezones in order to kind of pull off this whole sequence here. And even if he does, he's now got an EX in the active. A damaged EX in the active, which might not be ideal. Let's see what he's going to do with it. The stall is telling me he doesn't have it. He's going into his Oricorio. Oh, no, you guys. Oh, no. Uh-oh. FedEx definitely on his back foot right here. Salad showing no signs of slowing down. We're gonna hit the Lycia, get our other Tadbulb and Magnemite ready to go here. I guess, what do we put in here? Tadbulb or Magnemite? I guess we're going Tadbulb. I think this makes sense, though. Tadbulb gonna be able to hit for 140 here the following turn. And I think Salad just clutched it, you guys. I think that was it. That unfortunate last play from FedEx where he wasn't able to find the Belly Bolt and wasn't able to find the other Magneton to get up to 4 energy. Again, I think that might do it here. Let's find out. Still not over. It's still not over. But boy, it's not looking great. We have to evolve into something in order to tank the hit. There it is. Okay, Big Clam coming out. I think we have exactly enough energy here to pull off a retreat. It's a 2 energy retreat. That would leave us with 3 energy across the entire board. And we attach, that's 4 energy. So our Tadbulb, when I say our Tadbulb, I mean Salad's Tadbulb is hitting for 140 the following turn. We can set up, again, the Confuse effect on Salad's Magnezone, but we can just retreat right out of it. Or, oh, no, you can't PCL out of that. By the way, just a fun fact, you cannot PCL out of Magnezone's effect. Alright, there's Cyrus. That's who we're looking for. And that, I think, actually just clutched the game. FedEx, unfortunately, doesn't run any sort of hand disruption, so there's no Mars coming this way. Still a bit of dilemma here. A little bit of hesitation. Me, personally, I'm evolving. Yep. I was going to say I'm evolving, and I'm going to hit with Magnezone. Okay, you can go in with Big Belly, too. That works. Me, personally, I'm hitting with the Zone still. Zone, though. Excuse me. Doesn't matter. It's going to leave the active Magnezone at 10 HP. Gonna have to retreat or pull off some, like, insane high roll play where we try and Confuse effect the Belly Bolt and just go off coin flips. Maybe. FedEx, come on, do it. Oh, no. Wait, maybe we're gonna do it on the fresh one. Okay, hold on. It's not over. Confuse effect might be going out. There it is. Okay, hold on. We got a game. Oh no, there it is. We're going Big Belly anyway. Doesn't matter. No matter what happens the following turn, Cyrus is going to end it. Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt. Well, guys, I think we might have found the new best version of Belly Bolt. I'm really liking this Magnezone version. All right, FedEx gonna get a KO, but we can end it right here with Oricorio. Even little Ori can end it. Cyrus coming out. I think FedEx knows what's about to happen. Hitting him with the Cyrus Gabirus. And that's it, guys. That's 2-0 for iSalad. iSalad on just a streak. An absolute streak in this top cut here. I don't think they lost a single match that we watched. Maybe one? I don't know. Have to go back and watch the footage, but either way, guys, that is our finals between FedEx and iSalad. Absolutely insane showing. Again, guys, tomorrow, big tournament tomorrow. I think we know what a lot of people might be running. So maybe come up with a counter to this deck. That might be your game strat. Let's take a quick look at the standings here. And also, guys, reminder, before you go taking off, do me a big solid, hit that like button on the stream. Make sure to sub up to the channel. You guys aren't going to want to miss tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big, giant $1,500 tournament. Let's pull it up on screen right now, in fact. We are collabing, the Pokemon's group, collabing with PGL for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, excuse me. 30th anniversary of Pokemon. We're going to do a $1,500 prize pool tournament. This is going to be absolutely crazy. $1,500 in prizes, and about 30 full art cards are going to be handed out to everybody throughout the Discord. I think they're going to be like grab bag prizes on the Discord, the full arts are. So again, guys, make sure you're registered for this. Make sure you're part of the Discord. You do have to sign up to the Discord as a part of registration, but small, minute detail. You have to join every Discord anyway. So either way, guys, make sure you're here for this. Starting tomorrow morning, I'm Mountain Time. This is starting 2 hours earlier than normal. So for me, it starts 8 a.m. Mountain Time. For everybody else, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Again, it's just 2 hours earlier than Pocket Mad's normal start time. So make sure you take that into note. But either way, guys, come hang out tomorrow. It'll be me and Taj casting this tournament. It's going to be a 2-day event. It'll be a lot of fun. We're doing this instead of Pocket Mads this week, right? We're collabing with the PGL group for this giant tournament. So go register now. If I had to make a suggestion, you're going to probably see a lot of belly bolts. So maybe something that counters belly bolt, excuse me. That's what I'm thinking. But either way, guys, again, it was a lot of fun. Let's go back over to the standings, and we'll take a quick look at, I guess, our top 8 before we wrap it up here. So we had Zero and FedEx coming in first and second here. Hector apparently had not lost a single game up until he ran into Salad in the top 4, and then PP, our other top 4 match. Kind of crazy. We had 2 Mega Altaria Greninjas and 2 Magnezone Belly Bolts as our top 4, right? They both went against each other, and then in the finals, the Belly Bolts went against each other. So, but either way, guys, that is what our top, I guess, 4 is looking like. We go down to the top 8. We've got Any with another Belly Bolt. He was playing the Zero Aura version. Couple Baxcalibur decks, and a Mega Hydreigon deck still hanging in there. That's our top 8. But, all right, guys, that'll do it for me. It was a lot of fun hanging out. Big shout out to iSalad for winning this one. Congrats on the dub. I will see you guys in the morning, tomorrow morning. Thanks again for hanging out. Make sure to hit that sub button. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to drop a follow. All of that good stuff. Appreciate you guys all hanging out with me this afternoon or this evening. It was a lot of fun. I will see you all in the morning. You guys have a great night. Adios. Thanks for hanging. All that good stuff. Later.